Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will be analyzing Prakash Pipes and Fittings. So first we will go through its business, then we will go through the financials, and then at the end I'll share my personal opinion on this company. So without any further ado, let's get started with the business. So Prakash Pipes and Fittings is involved in two main businesses. One is PVC pipes and fittings and the second is flexible packaging. In PVC pipes and fittings, it manufactures UPVC pipes, CPVC pipes and fittings. Whereas in the flexible packaging, it manufactures plastic covers. These plastic covers are used to cover the food materials, beauty care products, tobacco products and many other kind of products. Now coming to the revenues, PVC pipes and fittings contribute around 73.4% to the revenues, whereas flexible packaging contributes around 26.6% to the overall revenues. Now coming to the operating margins, in the PVC segment, the company has an operating margin of around 14.2%, whereas in the flexible packaging, the company has only 1.5% of operating margin. This tells us that the company shares a higher profiting margin in PVC segment, whereas in the flexible packaging segment, it has a very low operating margin. This is little concerning here. Now coming to the industry growth, PVC segment is set to grow at a CAGR rate of 10% till financial year 2026. Flexible packaging is set to grow at a CAGR rate of 14% till financial year 2026. So here it can be said that the company is into the segments which are at least set to grow at a CAGR rate of 10%. Now coming to the geographical presence, Prakash PVC Pipes and Fittings is a well-known brand in the northern part of India, especially in the UP, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Delhi and also in some parts of Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. But the main drawback here is PVC piping is only present in the northern part of the country. It is not spread across the India. So this is a drawback here. Now coming to the flexible packaging. In flexible packaging, company has a pan-India presence. It provides plastic covering solutions to well-known brands like Amul, Patanjali, Haldiram and Havells. Apart from this segment also exports its packaging solutions to other countries. Now coming to the capex, the company has recently enhanced its manufacturing units, which is set to boost its both PVC piping segment and flexible packaging segment. In PVC piping segment, a 12% of additional capacity is added. In the flexible packaging segment, a 30% of additional capacity is added. Now coming to the shareholding pattern, 42% of the share is held by promoters, 27% by corporates and 31% by public. So shareholding pattern wise, I would say that this company is not looking attractive because public is holding more than 20%. That is, they are holding almost 31% in this particular company. So this is little worrisome here. Now coming to the financials, starting with the revenues, from financial year 2019 to financial year 2021, the company's revenues have grown at a CAGR rate of 18%. So 18% is a good growth. So this is a positive signal here. Now coming to the net profits have grown at a CAGR rate of 11.8%. So this is not a very good number. So this is little worrisome here. So a negative signal here. Now coming to the operating margins, the operating margin of this company is 11%. So this is not again a great number. So a thumbs down here. But if we compare this operating margin with its peers like Astra Pipes, Prince Pipes, Apollo Pipes, then this operating margin looks attractive. Now coming to the ROCE, that is return on capital employed, the company's ROCE in the financial year 2021 was 26%. So this is a good number. So a positive signal here. ROE, that is return on equity, was 18%. So again a good number. A positive signal here. Coming to the debt, the company has almost zero debt. So we can say that this is a zero debt company. So a positive signal here. Now coming to the valuations, a single share of Prakash Pipes is trading at rupees 158. The PE of this company is 8.83 and the market cap is 375.45 crores. So we can say that this is a small cap or a micro cap company. Now coming to the book value, the book value of this company is 80. So it can be said that right now the company is trading twice to its book value. So valuation wise, this is looking attractive. So this is a positive signal here. Now in this section, let's go through all positives and negatives. So let's start off with the negatives. Number one negative thing here is the company is into a low margin business. So its PVC piping fetches around 14% of margin, whereas its flexible packaging business fetches only around 1.58% of margin. So we can say that this company is into a business which has a very low margin. Now the second negative thing here is the company has not grown from the past few years. Now if we see the company's largest segment, that is the PVC piping segment, this PVC piping segment is very much concentrated in northern part of India, and from the last 20 years, the company has not grown its geographical presence. So this is little negative thing here. Now coming to the third negative thing here is flexible packaging segment is a cyclical business, and right now we are seeing that the company is allocating a lot of capital towards this segment. So this is little worrisome here. So again, this is a negative thing for investors here. Now the fourth negative thing here is the company has a very strong competitors in the PVC piping segment. Now if we see the PVC piping industry, right now the market leader in this segment is Astral Pipes, followed by Prince Pipes, Apollo Pipe and many other companies. So right now Prakash Pipes is a small cap company and it has a very tough competitors in PVC piping segments. Now coming to the positives, number one positive thing here is in the December 2020, the company has entered into CPVC piping segment. So usually in CPVC segment, a 5% of higher realization is fetched when compared to UPVC pipings. So this company starting a new business line in the PVC piping segment is a positive thing here. The second positive thing is company has a very good revenue growth, company has very good ROCE and ROE. So all these numbers are good and a positive signal here. Now the third positive thing here is right now from the valuations perspective, the company is looking attractive. It is trading at a cheap value. So this is a positive signal for investors. Now I would categorize this company into a value company rather than a growth company, because if we see the history and the management's view, we see that the company is very much concentrated towards the northern part of India and has no intentions to become a pan-India company. So considering this, I would say that this is not a growth company, this is a value company. And secondly, this company has a very good brand name in the northern part of India, especially in the UP and Uttarakhand. So I would say that this is a good value pick. So right now I am bullish on this company. Now having said that, I am thinking to give a maximum of 5% of allocation in my upcoming portfolios. The reason why I am going with this 5% is right now there are still many things which are unclear and still more research and analysis is required in this particular company before increasing our allocation. So having said that, right now I am bullish on this company and I would be giving a maximum of 5% of weightage in my upcoming portfolios. So that's all for this video guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, then hit the like button, and if you wish to watch such kind of content related to stocks and stock market, then you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video.